Keeping drafting views in sync across multiple Revit projects can take a lot of manual work, so we built some tools that automate the process. In this example, I have a few sheets with drafting views on them and many more drafting views in the project. In this case, we're in a container file and we want to push drafting views to projects and then also keep them in sync when changes occur. So what I can do here with these tools that we've built is select any number of drafting views either from a sheet or from the project browser. And inside of these detail sync tools, I can set a target project to push these drafting views to. I have a few configured here. We can add or remove different projects. We're going to set this up also so we can have different project groups that we push details to. But let's just say we want to push all of these drafting views to this project. I'll click on OK. And then I could either click on Sync Now, and these drafting views will all get pushed to that project. But before we do that, I want to show you our overall settings manager, which allows us to see all of the drafting views in the project, and we can select however many of them we want to, and then select which projects those are going to go to. In our case, just as an example, let's sort this by sheet so we can easily see which drafting views are currently on a sheet. And I'm going to select all of these ones on sheet A700. And let's say we want to push these to test project 1. All of the A701 details will go to test project 2. And all of these ones here will set to be test project 3 instead. Now when I click on OK, it's going to let us know that we made some changes, and it's going to ask if we want to sync, because it takes a little bit of time to load these projects up into the background and push these details to them. Just going to confirm this is what we want to do. We're going to sync these 49 views to their configured projects. Click on yes. And now it's just going to do the work. And when it's done, it's going to tell us that the sync is complete. Just click on OK. And now we can go into these projects. In my case here, I have them open in Revit. If they weren't open, it would just do all this work in the background. And we can see that this detail sheet is here. All of these details are here in the exact same locations as they were in the source project. And that will also be the case for this one. We'll go to test 2. We're going to see that sheet A701 is here with all those details in the same place. Once they're here, you can move them around. I could take some of these details off of the sheet or move them to a different sheet, and they're still going to stay in sync here when we make any changes to those details in the source project. To demonstrate that, I can go back to this view in our container, and I'm just going to make a few random changes to details here where, let's say we move this person back over here, change this to a different filled region. Then we can go back to our detail sync tab, and if we click on sync drafting views, it's just going to apply any changes, such as these two minor changes that we made to these details, and push those changes to any projects that are configured to receive that detail. And the settings box now is going to act as a record of which details are in which projects. I can also select a whole bunch more. Let's just say we want these details which aren't on any sheet. If I check these boxes over here, then it's going to push them to all of these projects. And since these aren't on a sheet, it's just going to place them in those projects as drafting views without a sheet. Click on OK. It's going to prompt us to sync again. We'll go ahead and do that. If we zoom in here now, we can see that in this project, this change was applied, this change was applied, and these additional details that we synced are also in the project now.